Video is here to show you how to access and use the modules that were posted for this week. As you can see, our homepage is still the syllabus, so make sure that you have reviewed the syllabus, including any points, description of assignments, and our course calendar for your information. So this will work a little bit differently than maybe you've experienced as far as the modules. So you'll see that the modules for this unit are 2 weeks combined. So what's been published is 2 weeks. So that's for a couple of reasons. I want us to move through this material as one unit, with it culminating with essay number 1 at the end. Also, I know many of you are working, have other classes going on, so this can help you see ahead into the future, what you need to do as far as your work goes. So I'm just going to walk you through some of the resources here. Please always start at the first page in the module and move sequentially down. If you try to jump around, it will get very confusing. So I will try to keep this brief, but essentially this is just a welcome to our first module. You'll see this video here, which is leading you through how to use the pages. You'll look at our first project is an essay about college writing and reading. So if you click on the next button, it will take you to the prompt for your first essay. And your first essay is due in September. So the key question for our essay is, how does one's schooling affect one's education? So there's a little bit of background. The actual prompt is down here, which gives you some more specific criteria for your essay. It tells you a little bit about your audience, a little bit about your purpose, and then you'll see I have a breakdown of where all of the assignments are due and when. Okay, so again, this is just another way to look at what's due. You can always, of course, look at the calendar posted on Canvas. You can consult the syllabus, or you can just look at the assignments themselves. Have due dates on them as well. So you'll see that essay number 1 is due on September 11th. There are all kinds of steps that you need to go through before that. So please take some time to read these pages. I'm going to just browse through so that we can cover the whole module. So the first few pages in the module beyond the prompt are related to college reading and writing. So you'll see here there is a link to the reading that you'll be doing for the course. I'm sorry, for this, it's because I'm in student view, it doesn't let me see it, but this is for essay number 1. So you'll access the reading there. You'll read a little bit about reading strategies, and then I want you to post in the discussion forum how you currently use your reading skills for scholarly assignments. Okay, so once you do that, I've got a couple pages that give you some strategies. So there's no assignments attached to these pages. It is simply just material for you to read about scholarly texts, how to tackle them, what are some tips that you can use to get yourself going on a college reading and to make sure that you have enough time to actually complete it meaningfully. There's also some tips on prediction, which is a great reading skill. So again, read through that page. Then what you're going to do is you're going to annotate a college level text. So I've got a short video here that covers annotation. I've got an example of the assignment that you will be turning in on the next page. So I want you all to create an annotation key. So a key is simply, if you're familiar with maps, is like the legend. It tells me what your symbols mean. So some of you already have symbols that you use when you annotate. Some of you will be making symbols for the first time. It really doesn't matter to me which symbols you use. I just want to make sure that they make sense to you. So for example, this key lays out a question mark. If I put a question mark on my page and my annotation key tells me the question mark means I have a question about the material, that lets me know that anywhere I see that symbol, a question mark, that means there's an area I had a question about the reading, and so on and so forth. So what you'll be turning in the next assignment is your own version of this annotation key. It can look like this, it can be digital. It doesn't need to be very long. So some ideas are located right here if you are not sure where to begin. And then there's an example of how to annotate. So this is what the key would look like in action. Okay, we've got disagreements, we've got questions. So make sure that you are also including margin notes. So not just the symbol, but the actual question itself. That will help you not only remember what you were thinking when you did it, but when you are to bring the text for a discussion or you're going to be using it for an essay of some kind, it's helpful to know what you were thinking in the moment. So this is an example of annotation that is not helpful. There's not very much there, and what is there doesn't have any margin notes, so it's really hard to tell what it is about. So make sure that you are doing your future self a favor and writing margin notes when you make your symbols. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as too much annotation. This might get very confusing for somebody going back to their reading. So again, annotation is very personal. It's for you. You've got to make what works for you. So again, what you'll be doing in the next assignment is creating a key that like you saw on this page. So essentially you're going to turn in an annotation key. You're going to tell me the symbols that you'll use for vocabulary, for ideas you agree with, ideas you disagree with, any quotations that you want to indicate how you're going to show me that something is a key quotation, how and where will you write summaries, and then any symbols for connections. Okay, of course you can include anything else you want. You can color code it, you can make it beautiful. It's totally up to you, but you're just going to upload your key. So it'll look like a bulleted list, very similar to what we saw right here in this page. Okay, so after you create your key, which is just the legend for what your symbols are going to mean, you're going to actually then read against school, which there it is again, in case you couldn't access it on the first page. You're going to annotate that text and you're going to upload a picture of one of your pages. It's on a discussion board, but you're not going to need to respond to anyone for this one. You're just going to upload a picture of your best page. That's because I wanted people to see each other's annotations. So, and reflect on what was helpful about it. So after you annotate the entire text, you'll upload your best page, you'll reflect a little bit on it. Your annotations can be digital, they can be handwritten, they just have to be there. So whatever you choose to do, make sure that it's a page that reflects strong annotation skills. So after this, you're going to answer some questions about against school. This will help prepare you for your essay. So I'll ask you to read through the rubric before you begin. You'll click on this link, which was right here. It takes you to a graphic organizer that we will use for all of the readings that we do in this course. So you will be answering some questions, choosing quotations, analyzing those quotations, responding to some questions at the end. Please be aware of the minimums that I'm putting there. English 120 does require you to produce a certain amount of words, and to that end, collegiate level writing is all about consistency and in some ways quantity at the beginning when we're just trying to get in the groove of writing a lot in short amounts of time. So you'll respond to these questions about against school, you'll upload them, and then hopefully you'll have a strong enough foundation to review that paper and start to draft your essay. So English 120 also focuses on MLA format. This is a format that some of us are familiar with. For some of us, it'll be a totally new introduction, though hopefully not. So I'm going to teach us or review parts of MLA format bit by bit. So what I decided to focus on for this module is MLA formatting and then in-text citations, because those are both criteria on the rubric that you will be graded on. So please make sure you watch these videos to help you understand how to format your paper and how to document those in-text citations. So this part of the process is going to be a little bit trickier because it's our first essay. We have a tight turnaround for peer review this time. In the future, I will try to have more days in between. But I wanted to give everyone a chance to kind of get used to drafting their essay so quickly. So there are 4 peer reviews in this course. This is our first one. What you will do is after you've drafted essay number 1, you're going to post your draft here on this discussion board no later than September 7th. If you do not have your draft posted by 11:59 p.m. on the 7th, I cannot assign you a peer review partner, which means you'll get a 0 for the entire assignment. So please be really mindful of getting your work in on time. Once your draft is posted on Thursday, I will publish your peer review partner. What you will do is you'll respond to your partner's post using some of these questions to guide your feedback. You do not have to address all of them, but try to address at least a couple in each section. Your feedback is due by September 9th at 9 p.m. So make sure you get them that feedback. I know it's a really tight turnaround. We won't have it that close in the future. But make sure that you are providing feedback to your partner that is something that is actionable, that they can do something about. So you'll see I have a little guiding video in case you need help giving feedback. So once that is posted, you will upload your final draft to Canvas on September 11th. That's a Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Once you upload that draft, please take a moment to then reflect on the project. And the way you will do that is you will hit the edit button on this page and you will add your contribution, okay? So that is our first essay in a nutshell. I know it's going to go fast, but I hope you take a lot out of it. And as always, if you need any help, please reach out so that I can provide some guidance. Thank you.